House of Cards, several U.S. cities were hit. A pause on water fluoridation in wake of historic federal ruling. The EPA can no longer ignore the risk of water fluoridation poses to human health. Let's talk about this. A handful of cities and counties responded quickly to a September 24th ruling by a federal judge that water fluoridation at current levels poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children. Several U.S. cities, towns, and counties announced that they will stop fluoridating their water in the aftermath of the landmark court ruling that found that water fluoridation at current levels poses an unreasonable risk at reduced IQ in children. Abilene, Texas, Yorktown and Somers, New York, and the Weber Basin Water Conservancy District in Utah are among those cities and districts that responded quickly in September 24th ruling by U.S. District Judge Edward Chen. Chen ruled that the U.S. Government Environmental Protection Agency can no longer ignore the risk fluoridation poses to human, especially children's health, and that the agency must take regulatory action. The ruling stemmed from a lawsuit filed in 2017 by Fluoride Action Network, Moms Against Fluoridation, Food and Water Watch, and individual parents and children. It followed the publication of a key report by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services National Toxicology Program. Rick North, board member of the Fluoride Action Network, told the Defender that he expects more cities and towns to announce that they will end the practice of fluoridation. Fluoridation is a house of cards, and it's going to fall. North said that it's only a matter of when. Our job is to make the wind blow. The EPA, which can appeal the federal court's ruling, previously told the Defender that it is reviewing the decision and has no comment at this time. The city of Abilene announced Monday that it will immediately stop fluoridating its water supply out of an abundance of caution, according to News 4 San Antonio. In a press release issued Monday, the city said this: with potential changes to the EPA regulations, such as potential adjustments to fluoride levels or the possible introduction of warning labels, the city is pausing fluoridation to ensure compliance with new health and safety guidelines that may emerge. This temporary suspension is being implemented out of an abundance of caution to safeguard the public. Fluoride free, just how I like it. Abilene City Manager Robert Hanna told the Defender that the decision to suspend fluoridation of the city's water supply is temporary, pending a formal decision to Abilene City Council on October 3rd. Now, the manager intends to ask the City Council whether or not the city should temporarily suspend fluoridation until the EPA makes new regulatory decisions as required by the court, or continue fluoridation until the EPA does the same. Now, while we believe the possibility is remote, the EPA could ban the fluoridation of drinking water. Now, that's, of course, if the EPA liked you. I mean, the EPA, the FDA, the CDC, what more do you need that these government agencies hate you? It says that it seems prudent to at least ask the elected officials what they want to do. Stopping fluoridation is simply the thing to do, and it is just easy to start it up again if the council chooses to do so. Why they would want to do that, I don't know. Now, according to Hanna, if the federal court's decision is overturned, the city would start fluoridating again, as there would be no impending regulatory change forthcoming. He noted that a referendum on to fluoridate the city's drinking water was passed in 2000. We would return to this practice as originally directed by the voters. Now, most residents of New York Town were in favor of ending the fluoridation, as two New York towns, Yorktown and Somers, also stopped fluoridating their local water supply following the federal court's decision. Now, according to Patch, Yorktown Supervisor Ed Latcherman ordered the suspension of water fluoridation in the town last Thursday, citing the federal court's ruling. Latcherman told the Defender that the court's findings that fluoridation poses an unreasonable risk to children prompted the decision for me to pull the fluoride and review our town code. Yorktown's Deputy Supervisor Sergio Esposito told the Defender that children are our most precious commodity and need to be protected. As adults, we have options on how to better add fluoride to our daily lives. Now, town officials will follow new federal guidelines as it emerges and engages with public health experts to make sure that any future decisions on water treatment practices prioritize the safety and health of all residents, especially those identified as potentially more vulnerable to fluoridation risks. We will follow the science and see what happens. Where did I hear that before? Follow the science, they say. Follow the science, unless that science helps children. When it comes to vaccines, fluoridation, when it comes to food parameters, when it comes to the chemicals that we are putting into our bodies, we don't care about that. In fact, it goes to show, I honestly believe when we talk about the government agencies that they're meant to keep us sick and to cause us to die. As many of you guys know, that I myself have been trying to get healthier over these years, and one of the best way that I found to do so is to increase my diet with fruits and vegetables. It allows me to stay healthy and trim, also reduce my risk of cancer. The way I've been doing it is with Field of Greens. Now, Field of Greens is the easiest way to get your fruits and vegetables. Now you go, well, why can't I just get my own vegetables and grind them up? Well, doctors hand-selected the right vegetables and fruits that help to increase the health of every major organ group in your body, from your heart to your liver, even to your kidneys, and it's all in one easy scoop. You just mix it with a little water. I prefer it in a smoothie with juice. When you go to brickhousevnn.com, you can get multiple flavors. Right here we have this flavor as the one I use. It's just the Field of Green Superfood. I think I've actually had this flavor directly here before, but one thing that I do know about these things is they have multiple different flavors for people. I'm more just like, I like my things to taste like greens, but maybe you're not into that, so you can check that out. Go to brickhousevnn.com, brickhousevnn.com. You can save 15% off, plus you get free shipping with my promo code VNN. Get 15% off at brickhousevnn.com. Get your field of greens and find your future full of dreams. I just made that last part up. All right.